About 2 years ago, I moved to a desert. And at the time I was in a habit of straightening my hair every day, and that's just miserable in the desert. So I decided to go to the internet and to look up ways to curl my hair without heat. Something that kept coming up was headband curls, which was appealing to me because I didn't have to buy anything, and it was an overnight thing, so I wouldn't have to do magical stuff in the morning before I have my coffee. So I tried it, and I woke up in the morning and it was a bit off, and I was really disappointed, and I wanted to just straighten my hair and go on with my day and my life and never try another hair tutorial again. But instead, I decided to kind of work with it, so I figured out a trick to get over that first kind of disappointing day so that you can do this tutorial and work through that difficult part in the beginning so that you can really get to know your hair and figure out how you need to modify this to work with the way that your hair is, because everyone's hair is different. You're not a failure if you get this wrong. Slightly damp and clean hair. This hairstyle can last 3 days if you don't wash your hair once you do it, so it's best to do it with clean hair, and I'll show you the 3-day progression at the end of the video. A headband. I prefer the thicker headbands because of how they hold the hair. A really big scarf, folded in half. A brush. And if you have bangs, you'll want a tiny ponytail holder to keep them out of the way. First, part your hair where you want it to be parted for the next 3 days. Also make sure it's totally brushed because, again, next 3 days. Then, if you have bangs like me, you're going to want to get them out of the way with that little ponytail holder. Separate your hair into 2 sections, following your part all the way back, and then bring it forward as much as you can because you're going to want that space in the back for later. Now it's time for the headband. I like to place the seam in the front. I haven't actually tried placing it anywhere else. I just assume it's going to make weird things happen if it ends up anywhere else, so I put the seam right in the middle of the front of my forehead. Then you're just going to grab a chunk of hair from the front, loop it around the headband, add some hair to it, do another loop, and repeat this until you're all the way in the back. To avoid the issue that I'm going to be demonstrating how to fix in the morning, you're going to want to grab bigger chunks toward the front and thinner chunks toward the back. This is because the way that the hair is looped in the back tends to make bigger, looser curls. If you start with small chunks of hair from the front, you'll end up with very small ringlets in the front and probably the size of curl that you want in the back. Once you get to the back on the first side, just pin that hair out of the way or hold it in your mouth, and then do the same to the other side. Now once you get to the back, you're just going to find that little space of headband that hasn't had hair looped on it yet, and just keep looping the hair from one side all the way around until it's gone. Then do the same with the other side, looping around until all of the hair has been looped. And finally, you're going to take that scarf that we folded, wrap it around your head, tie a knot, and of course, I'm all nervous for the video, so I'm forgetting how to tie a knot right now, but hopefully yours will go faster. And I said finally already, but if you have bangs like me, your actual final step is to take your bangs out so that weird things don't happen to them overnight. It's best to make sure your headscarf matches your cap. Good morning! The scarf came off twice last night and I put it back on, but it's okay. I mean, that'll probably happen to you. It happens to me just about every time. and you know, the scarf stays on for long enough for the headband to do what it needs to do. So it's fine, just put it back on if you can, or just keep sleeping if you have to. I haven't quite figured out how to get the headband out in a way that's anywhere near graceful, so I might just edit that part out, but it's morning. Let's see what happened. Wow, that was the best that's ever gone. Because I didn't grab bigger chunks toward the front, these guys are pretty crazy. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. First, I'm just gonna fix up my bangs. I'll probably edit that out because if you have bangs, you know how to handle your bangs. Now for this thing. These curls are happening up way too high. Might not look so weird if you don't have bangs, but still it's like, what? There's this shelf right here. I could just set things on. Almost like I have it like an arrow going through my head. Like it's... Okay, so what I do to fix this is just grab the hair, starting with your ear forward, and you're just gonna spiral it toward the back, kind of the way it was spiraled around the headband. Take a straightener, and just, it helps to keep spiraling with your fingers, but just run over this spiral with your straightener. That relaxes the curls quite a bit. Still got this weird part up here. And when this weird part is really severe, which it is right now, I'm really glad this happened. Just curl toward the back. No shelf anymore. And again, I've discovered I can prevent this if I just grab thicker chunks of hair, like this thick, toward the front, and then thinner chunks toward the back. If you wake up after trying this headband curls thing like this, that's all you need to do. If you try this out and figure out any other tricks, please leave them in the comments below for other people. And good luck, cat butt!